What's up, guys? We're about to train shoulders. My current workout split for my workout routine right now is legs on Sunday. Monday, I'm training back. Tuesday, I'm training chest. Wednesday, shoulders. And Thursday, arms. Then I take Friday, Saturday off to just focus on cardio, whether it be moving more often, playing pickleball, or just walking, doing more physical activity. So I try to walk my dog, play pickleball, things like that. So that's my current split. We're gonna start working out. Basically what I do whenever I work out upper body, I warm up my shoulders, okay? Basically what I'm doing here is keeping my elbows nice and tucked in, flaring out my forearms, okay? This is how it looks from the side. Okay. You want to do about 10 to 20 reps. My chest is pretty sore right now, so we do a little bit more. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my elbows out towards my side and bring my forearms up. Okay? I'm using 5-pound dumbbells, by the way. And after that, I'm going to go into the forward rotations. And this again is warming up my shoulders. I'm working out shoulders today, so I want to avoid any injury and get my muscles ready for the workout. If this is your first time doing this movement, you want to start off with lighter weight. I'm using 5-pound weights, but if you're starting off, I recommend 2.5 or even a band, a resistant band. Not too much tension, part of the lowest resistance band, and that's going to bulletproof your shoulders, okay? All right, we're going to get into the shoulder press. Here, the seated shoulder press. We're going to warm up. My goal here is to do as many reps as possible with strict form, okay? I'm going to focus on my breathing as well and keep a strong core, okay? I'm doing this exercise first because it's the most challenging, most demanding, and you always want to do the most demanding exercises first, okay? All right. All right, got about 25 reps there, going up in weight. All right, I added 5 pounds to each side. Again, I'm warming up. I usually do 2 warm-ups before my working sets, so. Whew. 20 reps, going into the working set. All right, we have 145 pounds on the barbell press, the shoulder press. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm already warmed up, ready for the working sets. My goal is to do 4 working sets. want to get as many reps as possible. Ten reps. Let's go. You're gonna add a little bit more weight. So we're gonna be at 155. That previous set was pretty challenging. Felt good. So we're gonna go ahead and increase it. We're at 155. My goal is to get at least 6 to 8. We're gonna stay there. We got 2 more sets. When I'm doing this exercise, guys, I am using primarily more my palm. When I'm setting the bar up, I'm using the palm, and I'm doing a thumb over grip. What I find is when you have the thumb under the bar, you use more of the upper palm, which flexes your wrist down, and that's not the strongest position to be in, and also it creates a potential for injury since your wrist is flexed down or bent down with all that weight. So you want to place it on your palm, do a thumb over grip, and then press through this part right here, this part, okay? And when I'm doing this, I'm not thinking about keeping my elbows flared, completely flared to the side where the shoulders and elbows are next to each other. I'm trying to keep my elbows tucked in. Now, keeping it too close is also not comfortable. So you want to find the angle from super wide to super close, right in the middle, okay? We're gonna get this set in. All right, guys, we got 2 more sets, 155, waiting for another 6 to 8 reps, okay? Oh man, we got 8 reps at that time. Whew. One thing I did differently on this set, which I felt stronger, is I placed my shoulders back and my chest up, where there's a bridge in your lower back, where your glutes are still making contact to the bench. So keeping your chest up, shoulders are back, and pushing through the palm, keeping those elbows not too close, but just right. And then pushing up with that thumb over grip on that barbell. We got 1 more set. All right, so that was a good set. That was 8 reps. I'm going to add 5 more pounds. Whew. This shoulder press is a compound exercise, and it takes a lot of energy. Any compound exercises are going to be very demanding, so you definitely want to rest adequately in between sets. That way you can perform the exercise with not being so fatigued, is my point. A good rule of thumb is if you can't hold a conversation, then you're not ready for another set. So when you're able to have a conversation and still hold a conversation, it's time for that next set. So the rest times do vary. So just make sure that you're resting just right before each set, okay? I felt really good with that set. I'm gonna go ahead and increase it. I think I'm gonna increase it by, let's do 2.5. So we're gonna go from 155 to 160. Feel really good. I had a carb loading carb loaded refeed or refeed yesterday. So I feel really strong. Okay, so we're at 160. Last set. We're gonna go into the Arnold shoulder press with the dumbbells right after this. All right, again, what I'm doing, I'm setting my palms on the barbell. Remember the lower end of the palm with the thumb over grip. After that, what I want to do is bring your shoulders back, pinch them back as much as possible, and keep them really anchored to the bench, okay? Now from here, I'm arching the low back, keeping my chest up, but my glutes are still making contact with the bench, okay? That was a good set. Man, 8 reps. Whew. Definitely difficult. What I recommend as well when you're doing this exercise, if it's too challenging, just decrease the weight. It's better to be safe than risk the potential of injury. So you want to make sure you're, not ego lifting, not going super heavy, but making sure your form, your breathing, and the technique is there, okay? You always want to be safe. You want to avoid any injury, okay? Especially with these movements here. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the Arnold shoulder press. All right, guys, so for those of you who have been watching my channel, I do own my own personal training studio where I do semi-private and one-on-one personal training here in the city of Norwalk. And I had this location for over 13 months now. And it's always been a goal of mine to open up a gym and do this on my own. And a lot of people don't realize how difficult this was for me. And, just quickly, and just to cut it short, I had to sell my car to open up this location, to be debt free. I had to, just really sacrifice a lot just to have this facility to help other people reach their goals and achieve something that I achieved years ago, and that's transforming my life, and not only the physical aspect, but the whole just improving my mental health and what this what picking up the weights did for me in my life. And that's changed me as a person through higher everything, you know what I mean? And what I mean by that, it's basically my ability to show up, my ability to know that I'm capable of doing hard things, you know what I mean, and not give up when the tough, when the tough gets going or the going gets tough, you know what I mean. And a lot of the transformation I went through was, my self-esteem was at a lower place because I felt like shit. I was eating out a lot of the times, I would feel groggy, I would sleep often and just feel like shit. And when I took control and dedicated my life to working out and eating a healthier whole food balance of nutrition, I slowly started changing the way I felt. I had more energy, had more motivation, more discipline, more self-confidence. And, one of the reasons why I opened up this location was to help other people realize their true potential and their ability to change. And the rest is history. But yeah, guys. So a lot of people don't know what kind of dumbbells I'm using. I'm using the adjustable dumbbells from Nuo. I think it's called Smart Fit, and these dumbbells go up to 80 pounds. I'm going to be using 55-pound dumbbells. I rested a good amount of time after the shoulder press. I'm using 55 pounds, and we're doing the Arnold press next. All right, like I said, we're using 55-pound dumbbells for the Arnold press. Basically, the way I do this exercise, and the reason why I do it is because this shoulder press really targets all three heads of the shoulders. The shoulders are composed of the front, the side, and the back head of the shoulders, okay? So if you want to attain that 3D look, you want to make sure you're targeting all three heads of the shoulder. Again, that's the front, side, and back. This movement here really targets all three, and what I'm going to do here is set the dumbbells at the end of the thighs. That way, when I'm ready, I'm going to lean forward, and I'm going to kick the dumbbells up in position, lean back. Now from here, again, your elbows are not too flared out. They're right in the middle, okay? I'm going to push up through the palm. I'm doing a thumb over grip for this one. Up. And then I'm going to rotate in with my elbows and then push out, okay? There's going to be a rotation right there. 2, 3, 4, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, 9, up, 10, 11, 12, up, 15. Bam. All right. So my goal was to get as many reps as possible there. I did 15 reps. I'm gonna increase the weight. My goal is to get at least 8 to 10 for the next set. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. Those things are tough. I'm sipping on some water. Whenever you're drinking out some water, make sure it's spring water. I feel like that's the best option if you want something to drink. Spring water is it. Also, guys, when you're working out and you're sweating so often, you want to replenish by consuming some electrolytes. Okay, super key. So we're gonna get ready for this second set. We're gonna go 8 to 10. Set the dumbbells up already. I'm at 65 pounds, okay? 65 pounds. All right, what I like to do when I'm carrying these heavy weights is already have them in front of my thighs. That way when I take a seat, they can be in the position they need to be for me to lift off, okay? So right now I'm a little scooted up on the bench. That way when I'm leaning forward and bring them up, I can just do the movement all at the same time. And what I mean by that is when I pick it up, I'm gonna scoot myself back as well. All right, let's go. And 10. Oh yeah. We're gonna stay here. Also, guys, I'm not sure if you've noticed, you wanna, and the reason why I'm doing the leaning forward and kicking them up I don't know if you've seen, when I was done, I raised my leg and then set him back down. That's gonna be in efforts to prevent any injuries from happening, okay? So when you're done with the shoulder press, you wanna get ready by bringing him down. And basically all you're doing is raising the leg, getting the head of the dumbbell to sit at the forend of your thigh, at the same time doing the second dumbbell. From there, you'll be in a position where you can just come up and then set him down. All right, guys, we're gonna get ready for our third set. All right, 10 reps, that's it, just 3 sets. All right, guys, we're getting into the cable fly. This one's going to be shot it's going to be shot with my back facing you guys. But when you're doing this one, it's super key that you don't straighten your elbows when you're doing this. Okay, you're not straightening your elbows at all. Okay, there's going to be a subtle bend, a very little bend in the elbow. This is to help engage more of the shoulder. If you're coming up straight, this is going to be a lot of tension for your forearms, the elbow, and the wrist. Okay, so you're just going to bend the elbow just slightly, and what you want to do is pick up the shoulder and arm higher than your forearm. Okay, so it's going to look something like that. Bam, you don't want to go like this, okay? You want to go here, okay? Does that make sense? And since we're using the cable, we're going to go all the way in and then come out. That's one of the benefits of using cables for the shoulder lateral fly, is there's tension from point A, which is here, to point B. Now with the dumbbells, when you're holding them, the muscles turn off when they're here because your joints are now doing the work, right? And a quick tip, if you are doing the dumbbells, start here. There's more tension here than there is here. So start here and then come up and finish here. Does that make sense? Like that. There's gonna be constant tension rather than stopping here, okay? So with the cable version, again, you're gonna see more of the back and side, but my goal here is to, again, keep the elbow slightly bent. And then another tip is keeping your wrist neutral. You're not bending or flexing at all. All the weight is coming, all the weight and work is coming from, all the work is coming from your shoulders, okay? So here we go. With this one, I'm gonna take a step back. That way I can already feel the tension within my shoulders, and we're gonna get started, okay? I'm leaning back a little bit with my upper body, and I'm coming up just like that. 4, 5, 8, all right, guys. You know, what I noticed is when I was doing it, I am going higher up. It may seem like my forearms are above my shoulders and arms, but what I'm trying to do, again, keeping that bend so the forearms and wrists stay low. They're not up here, Okay, so we're coming up, have your forearms slightly bent. Again, keep them low, keep your shoulders higher, your arms higher than your forearms, okay? That's gonna create that tension within the shoulders. All right, guys, set number 2. And stepping back a little bit. All right, guys, another tip. You can tell I'm going pretty quick, but at the same time, I'm making sure that I am feeling it in the shoulder, okay? Yeah, I can go slow, a lot slower, get less reps in, but for me right now, what I'm focusing in on is getting more reps in, okay? Yeah, I could go slower, it's gonna be a lot difficult. That's another method or way of doing it, but right now I'm going quick, as you can tell. If I did go slower, I would reduce the repetitions that I'm doing, and right now we're just going quicker. Okay, so just so you know, okay, we're gonna get this third set in. One more set. Yeah, when you're coming up past your shoulders, you are going to start activating your traps, this part right here, all the way up. But at the same time, you know, when I say keep your shoulders up and your forearms down, aim to think about the movement from the shoulder, not your wrist or forearms, okay? So when you're coming up, have the elbow bent and the forearms slightly down. Bam. If that makes sense. Whew. All right, guys, this is the last set. We're aiming for 12 to 15. We're gonna move on to the front raises, okay? It's 12 reps. Turned on the music on my phone. Anyways, 12 reps. Oh man, I have a huge pump. Again, I had some carbs, a lot of carbs yesterday. I'll be honest with you, I had 10 Dave Killer's breads, 10 Dave's Killer bread cinnamon roll or cinnamon bagels, 10 of them with some strawberry jam. Man, 10 bagels. And basically a refeed. Basically what that is consuming a lot of carbs for performance reasons, for energy reasons, and also for fat loss reasons, okay? What I typically do, and one of the reasons why I implement it, is because I hardly have any carbs throughout the week. So roughly 6 days out of the week. No, very low carbs, only coming from vegetables. Have your, have sometimes some tortillas or some sprouted bread to make a wrap or a sandwich. But the refeeds really help in my performance, and I recommend those with lower body fats from anywhere from 15, 12 to 10%, even lower, to implement the refeeds. If you're feeling any fatigue or low energy or tired when you're lifting, a good indicator is if you're feeling weak during workouts, it's a good indicator when to have a refeed. And my rule of thumb with the refeeds is you want to play with how much carbs you're consuming, okay? So if you're consuming on average 50 grams of carbs and that's low carb for you, then I would aim to hit, triple or 4 times that for the refeed, and then seeing how your body responds. And if if you're feeling a lot better after that, then it's working. If you're seeing, your fat loss progress, it's working. But if you're staying the same weight on the scale and you're still slightly fatigued, then I would up it another 2 times. So again, play with it. Everyone's different. Their bodies are different. So you want to learn how many carbs you need to continue seeing progress. So play with that. It's a useful technique I use to make sure I am feeling great. I'm also performing well. It also helps avoid any injuries as well. I use the bagels because they're a very easy way to measure how many carbs you're consuming, and also I really enjoy it. But you can do, sushi, Mediterranean food, something high carb, right? And going from there, okay? Anyways, we're gonna go into the front raise next. The front raise is gonna target more of your front head of the shoulder. Like I said earlier, the shoulders are made, they have their front head, the side head, and the back head, okay? So if you wanna have bigger arms, you gotta train your shoulders from all angles, okay? We're gonna go into the front raise. With this one, guys, you wanna keep the elbow slightly bent when you're doing this. In addition to that, you are gonna lean forward, okay? I want you to think about keep your knees bent slightly and your glutes out. Keep your chest up at all times. And what I'm doing is bringing my index finger and my thumb up towards my shoulders, keeping my elbow slightly bent out, and focusing on my front head of my shoulder. Oh man. Got about 20 reps in. We're gonna go ahead, get a few more sets in, and then focus on back shoulder, rear delt. Take a quick break. But yeah, guys, man, we're almost there. We're gonna finish pretty soon. Typically, these shoulder workouts last anywhere from 25, 35 minutes. Since I'm recording, it's taking a little longer. We're at the 42-minute mark. We're gonna finish up soon. But yeah, guys, if you're learning and you're liking these videos, make sure you support my channel, subscribe if you like it. All right, guys, gotta increase the weight. We're gonna go for it. Oh man. Got about 19 reps in. Woo. Grab a water. I'm gonna see if I can get that door closed real quick. They parked I think like a truck out there. I'm gonna close the door real quick. Yeah, it was water pressure, rig. Oh man. So guys, as you can tell, I'm going pretty quick with these reps. Whew. I'm gonna go a little slower on these reps, and we're gonna get this done, okay? You know, there's no wrong way to do it. You can go fast, you can slow, but those reps are gonna change. I feel like both methods work. There's a time and place for each, and I definitely like going fast. I like controlling the reps as well. But here we go. Okay, one more set. Woo. Be about 12 reps in. Oh, man. One more set. Yeah, guys. You want to do something that you enjoy when it comes to working out and your training and your nutrition. So, you know, a lot of times people start their training and their nutrition, but it's something that it's not sustainable for them. It's something that it's not. They don't look forward to it. You know what I mean? And you got to find, you know, an approach that works for you. Whether you like CrossFit, whether you like calisthenics, whether you like HIIT training, whether you are more into Pilates or you know, strength training, things like that, right? You got to find what works best for you. There's boxing, there's kickboxing, there's jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. So you got to find something that works best for you. You know, I started playing pickleball, and I actually really enjoy it. I play with my dad and my brothers, and it's a great way to get your cardio in, and it's a really, really good way to get your cardio in. I played 2 weeks ago, and I was sore as fuck, but it was really good. So again, find you know, find a training approach that you look forward to and a nutrition approach that you look forward to. So again, it's got to be sustainable for the long term, guys. Okay, you can, you know, do something, you know, drastic and not sustainable, but you won't sustain the results for a long period of time. And this is a long game, it's not a short game, you know what I mean? So again, do something that you look forward to that's sustainable. You gotta experiment. There's gonna be a lot of trial and error, you know what I mean? So whether it be volleyball, whether it be, you know, tennis, you know, running at the beach, running in general, you know what I mean? Cycling, what else? Soccer, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, you gotta explore, see what works best for you, and stick to that. You know, also with nutrition, you gotta look forward to your meals. You know what I mean? and you want to make sure you're prioritizing protein intake. Super important you prioritize protein intake and understand how the portion you're consuming and the calories associated to that. You know, a lot of people don't realize that a tablespoon of olive oil is roughly almost 200 calories, or a tablespoon of peanut butter is almost 200 calories. And they wonder why they're not losing any body fat. You know what I mean? It's knowing exactly what's on your plate, you know? So get, you know, well versed on your nutrition, you know? And learn, you know, how to count your calories and learn how to portion your food out. That way you can keep it sustainable, but also enjoy your tacos, enjoy your burgers, enjoy your quesadillas, enjoy your pastas, you know what I mean? I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying just learn about nutrition, learn what protein does for your body, learn what carbs do for your body, learn what healthy fats do for your body, learn what fiber does to your body, learn even the micronutrients like iron, potassium, vitamin C, things like that, right? So that way you're fueling your body correctly, okay? We're gonna get into this last set. Ooh. 18 reps. Shoulders are pumped. We're going to go into that rear delt. That's the back of the shoulder. That rear delt up next. So with the rear delt, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do face pulls. Okay? Face pulls. So we're going to do that next. So I'll see you guys. All right, guys, so we're going to do face pulls. Basically what I'm going to do here, I'm going to set the rope right in front of my face, okay? Just like that. What I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to grip the rope, okay, overhead. I'm going to take a step back. Take a step back where there's tension already and the weight stack is not touching, okay? From here, I'm going to pull towards my eyebrow, forehead area, and then hold it there, okay? As you can tell, my elbows are flared out, my forearms are down, okay? I'm holding it on the way back. All right, got about 20 reps there. We're gonna increase the weight, get more sets in. With this one, guys, if you feel any pain in your shoulders, go a little bit lower towards your face area. And if that still hurts your shoulder, go more to your collarbone, neck area when you're pulling, okay? Any movement that causes any pain or irritation, you can find a different alternative exercise that works better for you, okay? So, let's say the rope face pull doesn't work for you, whether you tried it up here, here in the center, or down here, and that hurts, you could always do a bent over reverse fly with dumbbells, right? You can go on the pec machine and do the reverse fly on the machine. You can get a band and do band pull aparts, right? So there's always alternatives, guys. We're gonna go into the second set here, okay? Oh man. Whew. We're almost done. And we're about 53 minutes in. Usually I would be finished by now, but we're recording. But yeah guys, if you like this video again, support the channel. If you guys are interested in working with me, feel free to email me at trainwithpowerup@gmail.com. trainwithpowerup@gmail.com. Whew. All right, let's get this third set. Finishing up soon. We got one more set. After this, I'm gonna finish up with abs. I'm not gonna record that. I'm gonna save it for a different video. But yeah, usually after I have a post-workout meal, I have roughly around 50 to 80 grams of protein with that meal. I didn't eat anything this morning because I had the heavy carb meal, the refeed yesterday, so I'm pretty full still. But yeah guys, we're gonna get this last set in and finish up. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys like this video, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Alright guys, we're all set. I'm going to finish with abs, but I'll record it for a different time. But yeah guys, for those who are thinking about starting, there's no better time than now. Time's just going to go by. Make sure you, find something that's sustainable for you. Okay. Again, when you're working out, you want to avoid doing too much at once. So again, take it easy, 1, 2, 3 times a week, and then work your way up. Okay. Again, for those of you who are interested in working with me, I am based in Norwalk. I have my one-on-one personal training studio here. I also have my online coaching. There's a few slots available right now, so if you're interested in working with me, we can do that. I don't use any apps or anything. You get direct access to my phone number. You're gonna get everything through text, and we're gonna work together one-on-one to reach your goals, whether it be building muscle, losing body fat, improving your knowledge on nutrition, whether it be increasing your flexibility, your mobility, or getting rid of any low back pain. We're we're focused on all aspects of physical health here, okay? Again, don't hesitate, guys. The best time to start is now. Yeah, guys, so I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Have a good one.